Okay, let's look at D, last example in that section. A cubed B C squared D. You're given A cubed C squared. So what's missing? Well, B times D is missing, and there we have it. Okay. Now, when we think about factoring, so there are three main methods when we talk about factoring. One is you look for a common factor that's in every term of the expression. Two, you look for a difference of squares. And then, believe it or not, guessing, that's a mathematical strategy. And again, since this is factoring, not only when you guess something, you can check to make sure your guess is correct. Okay. And note there, what I just talked about, always check. If you have time, you should always check your factoring by multiplying it back through. Okay, so let's look here. Factor each of the following. Now, we really haven't specifically talked about primes, but if you have a number, a variable, a coefficient, my suggestion is to factor that number into its primes, because that way you will make sure that you factored it out completely. And I don't know if it'll look like that in these examples, but I can show you when we move forward. I'll show you what I mean by that. So one way you can look at this, if you don't see the common factors right away, you can write this as, we can say, well, that's m times n plus 3 times m. Now, clearly we see this isn't factor, right? Because it's something times something plus something times something. Once we do that, then we just underline what's common in every term. In this case, m. So for our answer, m is going to be on the outside, and whatever's remaining, that's what goes in your parentheses. And I want to make a note. Is it going to be in this example? I'll make a general note, and then I think I have an example where it would fit. Always keep in mind, in your parentheses, as many terms as you start off with. So in this case, we have 2 terms. That's how many terms you should have in your parentheses, even if everything gets factored out, because remember, there's always a 1 there. And again, I think I have an example. If not, I'll show you all in class, but I think I have an example where you need to keep that in mind. But here's our answer. M times the quantity n plus 3. It's now factored because it's something times something. And off to the side, we can check to make sure we factored it correctly by using the distribute property. And it's going to be mn plus 3m, which is the original problem. So we factored that correctly. I'm going to stop this video, and I want you to see if you can factor B and C on your own, and then come and check out the next video.